Hey guys, it is Kirbie. We are back today. I'm really excited because we're doing something that I personally have never done before on this channel. It's my first collab with Deepica Mutyala. Deeps is an on-camera beauty expert. She is also a YouTuber. She is a Today Show tastemaker.
Oh my god.
So many things. And she's very similar to me.
I feel like we were the same, like just those kids growing up that were just like obsessed with the beauty industry and wanting to play with makeup at all times.
Yes.
And made it into a career somehow. We're both from Texas, so like I feel like whenever we go home, people are like, bring all the products back.
I know. Do you do that for your mom? My mom's always like, bring back anything you don't use.
Yeah, I do, and my mom's a hoarder. So I go home and they're still in the suitcase that I like brought it in, and I'm like, Mom, people would die for this stuff.
Exactly. My mom is a hoarder as well. Mom, we love you. Hi, moms. Okay, so today we're gonna do our makeup as if we're going to an Indian wedding. Deepica has some tips on what to do, what not to do.
It's so fun. It's like a week-long celebration.
Okay.
Every single day is all about vibrant, well, it's not just about vibrant makeup, it's just about vibrancy in general. Like you're dancing a lot, you're like eating a lot, and you're just having the best time ever.
And enjoying other people.
This is the time where you can get that beat on, right? Like it's like those lashes come out beyond Halloween, you can do some fun glitter, bold, vibrant lips, and of course, like you said, sweat-proof everything. So first and foremost, we do both have primers, so make sure you start with that because like we said, lots of sweating, a lot of dancing, there's elephants, there's barats, there's a whole thing. So we're gonna go back in with the heavier full set foundation.
Okay.
And concealer. Okay, what are you gonna use?
Okay, so I'm gonna use Too Faced Born This Way. I personally love this because I feel like it gives you full coverage, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look super cakey.
Yeah.
I do love the Hourglass. This is like serious full coverage.
Exactly.
I compare it to a concealer almost though.
Well, yeah, so I have the light one for a concealer.
Yeah.
And then I do this one all over my face. So I use amber on my whole face and golden tan underneath my eyes. So I obviously am going really light with my makeup today. There's a lot happening.
You're like, don't mind me.
Don't mind me. I blend into the background of the wall right now.
Oh, I'm like straight up just like going for it too.
I have like really yellow undertones. Like most South Asian women, a lot of South Asian women have yellow undertones. So like for me, it's really hard to find a foundation and concealer that really cover your, like the discoloration, the darkness, and really match with my undertone.
Totally.
But Hourglass did a really, really good job with catering to that, which is awesome. By the way, setting your face is super important. So that's what I think we're both doing right now. We're taking any type of setting powder that you like. I like one that has either Ben Nye banana powder is like my favorite because it has that yellow undertone to it.
Yep.
Because if I use like a white one, a lot of times even when it's translucent, it shows off like ashy on my skin.
Would this be appropriate for me to wear to an Indian wedding?
So all of my girlfriends who are like Caucasian or they've never been to an Indian wedding, they're like, I'm going like next week and I don't have time to go to India to get an Indian outfit.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, even ordering it online and stuff. There's so many easy DIY ways to like put together an Indian outfit. A crop top and a maxi skirt is a modern way of wearing an Indian outfit.
Sold. I love
with
that.
some fun jewelry.
Obviously, I'm not going to sport a bindi. Like, that's not a thing that's going to happen.
That's great that you recognize that. Yeah, it's all about respecting the culture and, you know, like for me, I don't go to weddings without wearing the bindi because it's a symbol of Hinduism and it's just like an important part of the culture. But I think that there's ways for you to do it without like crossing any lines.
Exactly. So you're going into contouring and so am I.
I am. And normally what I would do for an Indian wedding is start it with a cream contour and then go in with the powder to like set it to really make it super intensified. But I feel like you can get that contour look that you want with powders.
I personally love powders for contour, and HOOLA is my go-to. It will never die. I will always love this for contour because it's matte. There's no sparkle in it. For me,
I think that's the most important.
But for me, it's also more of a gray brown, so that it looks more natural on me. Anything that's too warm, I look totally fake.
And that's the exact reason I can't use HOOLA because it has a gray brown to it, and on me, it just makes me look grayer.
What do you do for contour? Because I'm doing my cheeks, and then right now I'm going under my jawline to really like make that cut.
But you have such a defined jawline. Like I have a circular face, so I do it right here to make it look a little like, you know, like to cheat that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then my nose is pretty like, you know, it's not like something, but I still like the look of like a subtle nose contour because it just looks good in pictures.
That kind of speaks to plastic surgery in general because I feel like people are now getting plastic surgery so that they don't have to contour their noses for photos. On the contrary, people are like, oh, she got a nose job. I'm like, that's contour.
Nah, that's just a good contour.
That is a great contour.
Okay, so then what I'm doing is taking, because I love kind of setting my concealers and stuff again with this like lighter contour. That's why I love contour palettes. Smashbox has it, Kat Von D has it.
Yep.
And obviously if you're Indian, Blush and Glow has it. So it's like really, really good. I can already tell that my face has like full coverage happening right now and I'm sort of into it. Basically, you guys, I just layer a bunch of different powders like until I figure out the color that I like on my skin. And this one from MAC is just like a goldy bronzy. So it's so pretty. I put it everywhere.
Yeah, you just like go to town.
I just go to town because I want to be glowy.
Okay,
what do I want to do now? What do I do? Blush? And speaking of NARS Orgasm.
That's the OG, and that's also...
OG. I'm sorry, it's still a favorite of mine, and I love...
What I have too.
The pink, that it goes really well with a lot of Indian outfits. The color, especially for my skin tone.
Ooh, I am loving this highlighter situation from Dose of Colors called Gold is the New Black. And it's like, for me...
I've never used it.
I have cooler undertones. I have like pink, like blue undertones, but I like to look very warm. Like,
do you?
Olive. So I really like gravitate towards like the gold highlighters instead of like super frosty.
Speaking of frosty, I'm about to show two that give you that like highlight on fleek. This Laura Geller. I mean, I feel like all the grammars love this. The Gilded Honey. And and then this Jouer side. Look at this. It's like butter. So my go-to highlighter places, and tell me if you have anything different, is below the brow bone, and then I like take it right here on my cheekbone.
Smart.
And then on the bridge of my nose.
Yep.
And then right on the bow of my lip.
Yes, girl, and that is me too. I get all up in that Cupid's bow.
That Cupid's bow makes such a difference, right?
I agree. I do my bridge of my nose, and then I have my highlight. Look at that highlight. That is like
that highlight though.
I'm gonna go into my blush because you already did yours.
Oh yeah, I did.
I also am using Orgasm by NARS. This is the OG blush.
But I just feel like that's so great about NARS because I'm the Orgasm, because your skin tone, my skin tone, it looks great.
It works great.
Beautifully
for everybody.
pigmented, nice shimmer, nothing too crazy. Indian wedding, you will always see that like everyone has really nice defined brows. So I'm gonna fill them in, especially South Asian women who already have big old brows. I do, and they're out there.
Look amazing.
But they still look so much better once you fill them in. Okay, my technique is doing light feathery strokes upward and filling in my brows wherever I have holes. And it's like, when I get to the end, I make it more of a definition, but right where like I actually have holes, I just do light feathery. And the color that I get is usually something that's lighter than my actual brow color. I do like a little bit of a gray undertone. Every makeup artist I've ever had do my makeup always says, don't do a color that's the exact color of your brow. I'm sorry, I just looked at your highlight on your lip and I had to keep up. Okay, so when it comes to the eyes, honestly, eyes are such a big part of like the Indian culture and doing your makeup because it's like all about drawing people in with the eyes. I got big old eyes, and so it makes room for a lot of shadow. I think this is a time that you can do lots of lashes, which you already have, and lots of shimmer and glitter. The traditional Indian eye makeup is just like really, really aggressive shades, but I like the modern take on it that's kind of like making it more kind of mixing Hollywood and Bollywood together with like the different looks. Yeah. So obviously, as many things that you can do to keep things in place and waterproof, I personally use shadow sticks as my eye primer rather than using an eye primer, and it creates like a creamy base for your eye before you go in with the shadows, because again, we want to avoid as much as possible the fallout. So again, layering creams and powders, starting with the cream, and then using my finger or a brush to kind of get that set in there.
I'm going in with one of the shades from the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette.
I haven't used it. Oh, the one. Oh my God, that's so pretty.
It's so pretty. And like, listen, I'm not a makeup artist. But
I know. I makeup. Okay, can we just both be honest? Eye makeup is intimidating.
It is so intimidating.
It is so intimidating.
And I feel like I always get yelled at, like, you didn't blend this enough.
I always do.
In videos, and I'm like, listen, I have a mix of like a mono lid and a hooded lid because I had eye surgery when I was little.
Oh.
And so I have less of an eyelid than most people. So people are like, oh, why do you blink that way? I'm like, because I don't have a full eyelid. Like, I just blink the way I blink.
Oh my God.
No need to be so critical.
I don't know why
all
everyone
the time.
has to be so rude on like.
And makeup, and that's why a lot of times I feel like makeup, like the makeup world and the beauty world, we get a bad rap because they're like, oh, it's so superficial. And I'm like, I'm just doing it to make myself feel good. I'm not doing it to like be the Bible and like what you should be doing. But like,
literally, it's just I'm sharing what I do personally, and hopefully that helps someone out there. But if not, sorry. Like, it's just like people don't have to be so rude about it. Okay, this gold is giving me life.
I know,
right now.
it's amazing. I'm telling you.
Wow.
And LORAC, in my opinion,
this one is what I've been using.
Their eyeshadow is so great. This is the enhanced shade. It's like a not a burgundy, it's more of like a coppery, like red.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. And I have hazel eyes, a little bit more on the green side, so I always find that reds bring out like the green in my eyes. So I start there, and then I'm gonna go in and kind of create some depth and shade a little bit, and then I go in with my highlight and basically like all the glitter.
And sometimes when I do the, to create that transition color in the crease, I sometimes just use a bronzer instead of using like a dark brown as like kind of, it's like a good hack in case you don't have anything else. Like the HOOLA would work in the crease of the eye. But since I have this palette, I'm using this like darker brownish chocolatey color.
I don't have a crease really, so I have to fake it. So
oh my God, what are your tips to do that?
I know, I just take like a darker shade on the outside and really just kind of buff it up and over, kind of creating like a semicircle stroke.
Interesting.
So it gives the illusion like I have a little bit of a crease, but not really.
I'm sorry, I had FOMO. I have to use the same palette.
Yeah.
It's too good.
It's really good.
I'm gonna use that for under the eye because, just like really close to the lash line.
Yep.
Creating like a little smoke.
You have really big, beautiful eyes. I have almond shaped, like very small eyes. And to make mine look bigger, I don't keep the shadow like too close to my lash line. I like to buff it out so it gives the illusion that my eye is wider than it actually is.
Yeah, so if you want your eyes to look a little smaller, you put it on the waterline of the eye because it kind of like closes it in, but like Kirbie was saying, put it on the outside, and I kind of like do a mixture of both. Okay, and then I'm gonna take, again, waterproof as much as possible and take a black liner in the waterline of my eye.
And then to really accentuate my lash line, I use, and I shouldn't use this because I have eyelash extensions and it's like waterproof, so it like truly will not come off. But it's the Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Eyeliner, OG.
I'm currently tight lining and it is such a creepy process to watch. This is the other thing.
Okay.
Especially someone with South Asian women who have like larger eyes. Liquid liner is your best friend at an Indian wedding. I just feel like a wing, and again, it's just like drawing people into your eyes. And we're personally not going that crazy with glitter just because I think both of us are like more about shimmer than glitter. But I've gone to some weddings where I really did the glitter and it was so fun, especially for a bride. It's like beautiful. But I'm gonna really make my eyes winged out, like hardcore.
Wing it, girl.
I'm a wing it. It's funny, I grew up and like really didn't embrace my culture.
Why?
Because I grew up in Texas.
Oh, yeah. I'm in Texas, so I understand.
Yeah, you're like, oh, right, got it.
Makes sense.
But it's like the thing that I love about me the most now. It's so interesting how like growing up, I like wanted so badly to have like blonde. I wanted to look like this. I had blue colored contacts.
Really?
And blonde streaks in my hair, and I always wanted to wear Abercrombie and Fit. I just like really tried to be someone I wasn't, and I think it's just because like I was like watching TV and there wasn't people who like looked like me. And so when growing up, I felt like I couldn't be on certain TV shows or things like that because of my culture and how I looked. But now I feel like diversity is like something that hopefully it's getting more and more out there into the media. But I am seeing like, I will always actively like tweet about this. Like I wish more brands would post women in hijabs or in wearing their bindis and celebrating that. And I've seen more and more. Honest Beauty's done it, Maybelline, L'Oreal, they've all been posting it, and it makes me so happy because it's important that people growing up see themselves.
Well, even men, like Patrick Starr, you know his story, like
yes,
because you guys did a video together, an amazing video,
so inspiring.
And I loved that he was a photographer first, and that's why he got into makeup, and then he was working at that one place that we won't say obviously.
That one place,
but
which
they,
is easy.
They were like they embrace diversity, and like they're one of my favorite brands to this day.
Same.
Which is crazy, and the fact that someone was telling him like, go take off your makeup, like we don't.
It makes that actually makes no sense to me, and I was very surprised to hear that.
All right, so you're like doing lashes for the gods right now.
Lashes for the gods, and then lip. The go-to kind of traditional look for Indian women is like a black liquid liner and a bold red lip. That's like the go-to. But I love also experimenting. Like if you're wearing like a blue top, color block it with like a bold, deep pink lip or like an orange lip. Like explore colors, and you can actually pull off colors that you wouldn't think you normally would be able to. The other thing is liquid lipsticks are the time to wear it is an Indian wedding. You want to make sure it lasts all night long.
Yep.
And I love these ones from JOUER because they wear comfortably on your lips. And I'm stealing this one because I want to wear Dahlia.
Go for it.
This is exactly what we just mentioned. It's a nice pinky purple.
So I'm trying out Urban Decay's new liquid lipsticks for the first time. This is Menace. It's a comfort matte. So I'm just gonna go with like a super a super pink because I went like really bronze and gold.
But don't you love pink and orange color blocked?
Yeah, especially with my outfit. That's why I picked it. Yeah.
Good.
So.
Oh, I want to put a bindi on. Yay.
All right. So the bindi.
The bindi.
How do you choose?
Okay, so I'm really into this. Is like called a Bengali style bindi that like it's like they were like old school. Whenever I go home and I'm like, Mom, I want the biggest bindi you have. She's like, what? Like I used to wear those when I was a kid. It was like the old classic Bollywood actresses used to always wear it. And then it went into like being about the colorful sparkly ones, but now they're back and this like Bengali style bindi is like so in. I like this orange color, it's fun.
So you asked me to specifically bring this.
Right, okay, so
what's the deal?
The deal is that if you're gonna have a clutch with you, we already talked about, well, especially if you're in a wedding in Texas where your first one's gonna be obviously
yours.
Like, yeah, duh. It's just always so hot. So you guys know we both love beauty blenders, but they have these things called blotterazzi. They absorb any type of sweat and anything that's on your face, like, without taking off the makeup. So during the middle of weddings, when I'm outside dancing, even at like whatever, mid-wedding, these are great to just like absorb all the like, what is it, like nasty like sweat stuff that's coming out of your face.
Okay, so we're gonna finish up with Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I keep saying that this is the OG, but it really is. Like people
No, it really is.
People are obsessed
For sure.
With a lot of these products that we use. They're seriously classics and they've been around forever, but hey,
I'm not modest with it.
If
Thank you.
it
In case
ain't
you can't
broke,
tell.
don't fix it. Yeah, you're like,
What do you think?
I love
too.
I love.
We're so ready for our Indian
And
wedding.
I agree. Like, I feel like if I was going to an Indian wedding, I would pull my hair back, do a little half updo, especially because I'd want to show off my jewelry. I would also be in like a little crop with a skirt situation. But I love this. You get to have fun. You get to wear your shimmer, your sparkle, whatever you want. Really, just glam it up. That's the thing. This is like the epitome of glam, in my opinion.
It's a time where you can do that. I just had a change of heart. I want to go with yellow. You tell me that.
Let me see.
Tell me if you disagree.
Ooh.
I think I like that.
I like it too.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, great. You can always go as vibrant and crazy as you want, or you can just kind of tone it down, but I think it's the time to have the most fun and go like, bam.
I agree.
Have fun with your makeup.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, tell everybody where we can find you.
Okay, so I mean, on all the GramTube book, all the above under Deepicam, DEEPICAM.
Perfect.
Follow me.
Yes, follow her, subscribe. We're gonna put all of her links obviously below, so you don't have to worry about it, but go follow her. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kirbie Johnson, Snapchat Kirbie.Johnson, Facebook Kirbie Johnson TV. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of our Indian makeup looks.
What do you think?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Deepica, thank you so much for teaching me, guiding me through, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.